Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 daily operations weather brief. This morning we are seeing mostly clear skies with a few very thin high-level clouds drifting in overhead and a brisk breeze that has left us feeling rather cold in the overnight hours, with those wind chills continuing to sit in the single digits. And as we move through the day today, those gusts should gradually ease up and provide some relief from such, and we can also anticipate some dry weather for the remainder of the day and at that for the earlier portion of the week as well. Now, looking at this morning's surface analysis, we can see here that yesterday's cold front that brought us some wintry precip has since pushed well offshore, and that a strong Arctic high has begun building in from the northwest, and that is what is keeping us under these brisk conditions with northwesterly flow and some ongoing cold air advection, allowing those lowered wind chills to continue through the morning. And as we see that surface high settle in overhead today, those winds will ease up and we'll see mostly sunny skies under high pressure, but those temperatures will struggle to reach above freezing levels with highs in the low to mid 30s for today. And then for tonight, radiational cooling should be kept limited by a light southwesterly breeze and some overnight cloud cover. So those lows do look to dip into the mid-20s, but we are moderated at that with that cloud cover, as many areas inland will see temperatures drop into the teens. For the coming days, dry weather will continue through midweek as that high pressure then shifts south-southeast on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we'll see another cold front and another upper-level trough begin making an approach to the local area, and that will bring us our next chances for some unsettled weather. Moving on to our current weather observations out on the field this morning, we do have that light cloud cover, a few clouds at 20,000 feet, and unrestricted visibility, with winds out of the northwest at 14 knots, gusting to 21, and our temperature currently sitting at 21 degrees Fahrenheit, with a relative humidity of 60%. Taking a look at this morning's satellite imagery, we can also see pretty clearly defined on the right-hand side of the screen where that cloud cover is a little more prolific. We can see that clear indication of where that cold front is as it continues to push further offshore and away from our local area, bringing any associated weather with it. And off to the west and northwest, we can see some upper-level cloud cover that is expected to move into the area today, but high pressure overall should keep the generalized cloud cover rather low and any convective chances down for the day or two ahead. And that will bring us on to the NAM here. This is a high-resolution model run for the next 24 hours on a loop, and we can see that we are modeled to remain dry, with most of the precip forecasted or modeled to be contained to the Great Lakes region in the form of lake effect snow and some scattered showers offshore as that front continues to move further away from our area. But in general, we remain dry over the next 24 hours. And most models also are in good agreement on that. Now, for the 24 hours ahead, we can anticipate those mostly sunny skies with a few clouds mixed in, temperatures climbing into the low 30s and then falling back down to the mid-20s in the overnight hours. And for the earlier portion of today, some gusty conditions near wind advisory criteria, but progressively on the decline as we move past this current hour. And those winds will continue to do such, mellowing out in those overnight hours and then picking up once again ever so slightly tomorrow morning. So a slight chance of a wind advisory early in the period. And for our wind chills, those winds are going to continue to keep us right around the threshold in which we see single-digit wind chills as we move through the next couple of hours, but ever so slightly we will climb up and away from that threshold as we move to the warmest hours of the day today. And that will bring us on to the short-term weather forecast, in which we have mostly green conditions anticipated for the next 2 days. And for Tuesday, we can anticipate mostly sunny conditions with a few clouds building in later in the period, and a high of 42. On Tuesday night, mostly clear and a low of 31. And on Wednesday, mostly cloudy and slightly breezy with a high of 52 and a little bit of color indicating the chance of a wind advisory. Some of the model outputs are showing values a bit higher, and some are showing values well below wind advisory, but just splitting the difference on the chance, as that is how things are trending at the moment, just bringing a little awareness to that possibility. Now that is going to conclude the daily weather operations weather brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook.